What's going on, guys? Lawson here. We are cranking right along in our 30-day challenge. Spent the morning editing to make sure I could get a video up before 5 today. Now we're on the water, but I'm actually fishing somewhere a little different. I don't normally ever fish around this way. I've done it a few times, but we're a little away from home at the moment. But we're gonna see if we can catch some fish. I don't have any concrete plans today other than just to catch some fish and try to catch some good fish, and that is the game plan here. So we are gonna get throwing and get tossing. Let's get after it. All right, real quick, I'm gonna catch some live mullet because, well, there's a ton of them around, and that would be the easiest way to fish in new areas with live bait. Live bait seems to always work. So we're gonna throw the net on some mullet. I see a big school cruising. See if we can get them. All right, I got about a dozen in the well, but there's a humongous line of bait coming towards us, so we should just have to throw one more net full and we'll be set. I mean, I can literally see thousands of them swimming beneath my boat right now. I found the freaking mullet run. These are all bigger, like 10-inch mullet, and there's like thousands and thousands of them. Like, I seriously, I'm not even gonna throw my net. My net will break if I catch this many mullet in it. Dude, that was crazy. I was literally getting ready to throw my net on that school. Another approach, I realized they're a lot bigger than I thought, and easily 3,000, 4,000 mullet. Like, literally, if I would have thrown my net dead into that school, my net would have probably torn open from so many fish being inside of it. All right, we got our live bait, got the big rig set up here, and we're gonna start flipping and see if we can catch some big old snook, big jack. Maybe we'll find some tarpon. Who knows? I'm very excited, honestly, to fish a new area today. I fished here before, but I don't fish this way very often. Oh, there's a snook. Eat him, eat him. There's a bunch of little jack and a snook right on him. Oh, there it is. Oh, there you got him that time. That was so quick. You ready? That was my first cast. Are you kidding me? That's the first cast I've made all day, and I just hooked a snook. Oh my gosh, and another one just came up and ate a mullet. I'll say, that was quick work right there, just a little like 22-inch snook. We'll just send him real quick. We only had him out of the water for 3 seconds. Wow, new move, new area's paying off. Let's flip again because another one ate after I was fighting that one. I think the mullet that was on my hook came off and another one came up and ate that mullet. All right, I grabbed out a bigger mullet. We'll see how this does up in there. Oh, something's on him. Little snook just came up and crunched him. He's probably only like 26 inches, 27 inches long. We'll reel down. Oh, I flubbed French toast out of that. My God, these boats are ridiculous. Just flipping little mully up around $1 million yachts. There is so many good walls in these new areas that I'm looking at. I haven't really been setting the fish on fire, but like I said, it's low tide right now, and really walls are much more of a high tide bite. Oh, that smells good. Oh, get him! Did he get him? Oh, he got him. Oh, God almighty. What the hell? Oh, I think this is a jack, but I've never had a jack jump out of the water like that before. What the hell? Oh, gosh, it just popped off. That was so weird. I think that was a jack, but I've never had a jack jump out of the water before. Ooh, right. right, right here on this wall. Same place. Oh, God almighty. What the hell? That was so weird. I think that was a jack, but I've never had a jack jump out of the water before. Ooh, right here on this wall. Same place. Oh, right here on this wall. Same place. Oh, God almighty. What the hell? That was so weird. I think that was a jack, but I've never had a jack jump out of the water before. Ooh, right here on this wall. Same place. Boom. I think he just already got toasted. Felt like he already got hit. Yeah, something's chewing on him. Ooh, frick me. Friggity frick. I prematurely swung on that. Here, I got a minnow tied on here. I'll try to throw it in there. I'm just working really erratically. They won't really miss these hooks. Already on it. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. I understand now. I understand. All right, that's all I need to know. It was just like a 3-pound jack. That makes a lot of sense now. Man, I'm hurting for another fish. We're hopping around as fast as possible before we lose all our light here. Hopefully we can find another snook, or maybe actually land a nice sized jack or vol. It all looks good, but really the water isn't quite right. Had a full moon just 2 nights ago. The fishing's always tough. I think probably the 3 to 4 days after a full moon. And the tide is just really now starting to move, which I needed it to be moving about an hour ago. So right now these walls will be filled up with a lot more water. But I still think we can maybe squeak out one more fish. We need another fish. For all my bass guys, or people who do bass fish, you would love this type of fishing right here, because I'm using bass gear basically, and we're flipping these mullets like we're flipping jigs, and just flipping them right in the sweet spots and letting them sit there for, I don't know, freaking 5 seconds, and then if nothing's going on, you rip it back out. And it's so similar to flipping that it's so much fun. And I'll even grab the mullet and flip them up right around structure. And it is an awesome way to fish. It's an awesome way to get thumped. And also the fight is always super fun on this bass tackle. Because if you haven't caught a snook before, it's like catching a bass that actually fights. All right, we're gonna flip our mullet around this bridge right here. If you see, there's some big pilings and walls around here that definitely could be some snook or jack hanging around. If not, we're gonna keep cruising and hit some seawalls, hopefully find a few more fish. I might pick up a topwater just so I can really cover water a lot quicker here. Oh yeah, what's up? Sure. What's going on?
That's insane. Thank you, man. That's awesome.
What's your name?
Dawson.
Dawson?
Dawson Carr.
Have a good night, you guys.
All right,
nice to meet you. If it wasn't for those kids coming up to me, I would be kind of pissed about today. It was like, first cast, I caught a snook, and then it's just been like bone dry, pretty much, other than hooking a few little jacks. Oh, there it is. Thank God. Oh no freaking way. That is dope. I gotta bust my light out for this. This is sick. Lawson, I love you. Alright, so this is really freaking sick. That is a juvenile cubera snapper. When I heard it eat, I was like, oh, it's probably a little snook or a little jack. And I pulled it up, and that has got me so stoked right there and has made my night. On top of those boys right there, those are the same guys that came by and said hey earlier. Cubera snapper on a topwater inshore is just freaking awesome. Even if it's 1/50th the size of the ones I've caught in Colombia, that's still really cool. Alright, we're gonna say goodbye to Buddy. Whoo, snapping. That, honestly, I know it's a little fish, but that gets me so hyped up catching different species like that. I always freaking love it. So it is about pitch black out, and this wasn't really part of the plan for tonight, But I'm gonna hit some dock lights and throw a little bit because I just want to catch more fish. I want to give you guys more things to watch and more fish, and I feel like I can't call it tonight yet. So we're gonna hit some dock lights. I'm gonna pitch the mullet on the bait casters for a little bit and see if that works, or I'm gonna throw the fly rod as well. But we're gonna see if we can catch 1 or 2 more fish in the dock, and we're gonna call it. All right, we're hitting the first light right here, and I can actually see about 20 snook already sitting under here. So we're gonna flip our little finger mullet and see if he gets crushed, dude. Next light. I guess got eaten, possibly. Yeah. Something's trying to eat him. Ooh. Ooh, nice snook. Oh. The whole entire light just cleared the second I set the hook on this fish. That's crazy. There's a few snook following him around. He's pulling some drag on me. You gotta admit, this is pretty freaking awesome. Oh my gosh, this fish is fighting hard. He's putting his bass tackle down, baby. Awesome, dude. Oh my gosh, that hook literally popped out of his mouth the second I brought him on the deck. Is that awesome or what right there? Catching snook in the dark, and that's a pretty good dock light snook. I'd say he's an above average dock light snook. They can range from 10 inches to 20 normally, but that's probably about a 25 incher, and he put up an awesome fight on this bass tackle. Okay, we're gonna release him, I'm gonna throw the fly rod a bit, and we're gonna call it a night. What was so insane to me is there was probably like 30 mullet on that light, like 5 or 6 snook, and a bunch of ladyfish swimming around. And when I reeled down and set the hook, the second I did, the light just like exploded and everything disappeared. That's the spirit. All right, trying something completely out of left field here. A gurgler. Actually, never thrown a gurgler before. I saw this in a store I was in once, and I said, "Yep, I'm sold. Red and white. That's all I need." Way more interest on this thing than anything else. Oh! How sick was that? I don't know if that was a ladyfish or a snook. That was sick. I just put on a new fly, put on a red and white gurgler, and I was throwing the fly, and they just literally wouldn't care. And normally I throw really small presentations on dock lights, and they just weren't looking at it. And this gurgler is like 5 inches long, and I put that on, and every single throw, something followed it up, and then that one just, I didn't even see where that fish came from, though, to be honest. That was a sick eat, though. Listen to that. So badass, dude. Once again, second I hooked that fish, the light cleared. Definitely a snook. It's a nice one at that. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Holy choked, dude. He inhaled that fly. Beautiful, beautiful snook. He's super dark. That tells me he's been living in a lot of stained and darker river water. All the snook today have been around the same size, just that little like 24-inch range. But that's like when they really just start to fight and get a lot of energy to them. Off he goes. He's bleeding a little bit, but he should be perfectly fine. Wow, I think I'm gonna hit like 2 or 3 lights on my way back to the ramp, but otherwise than that, we are winding the night down with that. All right, hopefully you guys can see me. We are gonna close the day there. I mean, ended up being an epic day, and I was kind of really frustrated because the first cast of the day caught a snook and then went silent for like 2.5, 3 hours. Then right at last light, caught a cubera snapper on a topwater. Then I was able to cap the night off with 2 decent snook off the lights. Definitely had to grind. Something just got annihilated behind me. Definitely had to grind today for our bites, but that's how fishing is. And huge shout out to those guys who came up to me, the kid Lawson driving the boat. That made my day. I love it. When you see me on the water, come up to me, say hey. You see me in public, I don't care, come up and say hey. That always makes my freaking day. I love it. I appreciate you guys very much. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We are rolling along in our 30-day challenge here. Until tomorrow, see you guys.